Albuquerque or Las Cruces. And if you're thinking about moving to New Mexico, this is probably one of the decisions that you've come up against. Where should I move? Albuquerque or Las Cruces? They're both in New Mexico. They both have beautiful scenery, incredible sunsets, and lower cost of living than many of the other parts of the country. But honestly, that's really kind of where the similarities end. One offers more shopping, more restaurants, more entertainment, and a larger city atmosphere. The other offers less traffic, more sunshines, a slower pace of life, and a strong sense of community. Today, I'm going to break down the real differences between Albuquerque and Las Cruces so that by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of which city might fit your lifestyle. I'm Elaine Lucchini. I am founder of Happy Life Real Estate with Real Broker, and I'm here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I help people relocate from all over the country, and Albuquerque versus Las Cruces is one of the most common questions I get. On top of this was also a video that somebody had actually requested me to do off of YouTube. So before we jump in, if you're just starting your research, I do have a free relocation guide that I'd be happy to send. I'll put the link below. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me by text, by phone, or email. It honestly doesn't matter whether you're moving next month, 6 months from now, or just starting to think about a move a year from now. I'd rather much be a resource early and help you answer any questions than have you trying to figure out everything out on your own and you don't even know if Las Cruces is for you, right? Now, let's dive into Albuquerque versus Las Cruces. 1, the overall feel. When people ask me this question, I usually tell them the biggest difference isn't the house, the weather, or even the cost of living. It's the feeling. Albuquerque is New Mexico's largest city. It has a metro area approaching 1 million people. There are multiple businesses, districts, more traffic, more development, and simply a lot more going on at any given time. Las Cruces is much, much smaller. We're right at around 100 residents, and life just moves way different here. People wave, you know your neighbors, we talk, you start recognizing people around town. You will see people you know when you go to Walmart, when you go to Sprouts, when you go downtown. You don't feel like you're constantly rushing from one thing to the next. Now, depending on your personality, that can either sound amazing or completely boring. Some people love having the endless options and a bigger city atmosphere. Others get to a point where they want a little more breathing room and a little less stress. Neither one of those is wrong. It's really about what stage of your life you're in and what type of lifestyle you're looking for. Personally, I don't mind the high-rushed cities, but I like them for very little. And then I need to come home and be in my peaceful little Las Cruces. All right, 2, cost of living and housing. Let's talk about the money, because for many people, that's one of the biggest reasons they're even considering New Mexico in the first place, right? Both Albuquerque and Las Cruces are generally more affordable than many areas in California, Colorado, Arizona, Washington, Oregon, you name it. But Las Cruces often stretches your dollar just a little bit further. One thing I hear all the time from relocation clients is, wait, that house really costs what? People are often surprised by how much home they can get here. We have larger lots, we have beautiful mountain views, newer homes, and often a lower price point than what they expect. Now, Albuquerque does offer more inventory simply because it's a much larger city. There are a lot more neighborhoods, more housing options, and overall just more variety. However, homes in Albuquerque do tend to be a little more expensive, not a lot. We're looking at $50,000, $75,000 or so than Las Cruces and many of the comparable areas. Another thing you'll notice is that Albuquerque has a larger inventory of older homes. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people love established neighborhoods, mature trees and landscaping, and homes with character. But if you're looking for newer construction, Albuquerque may require a little more searching depending on your budget. Now, Las Cruces has experienced a lot of growth over the past, 20 years. So you'll find many newer communities and newer homes throughout the city. So if you're looking to relocate and trying to maximize your budget, Las Cruces often surprises people with just how much house they can get for their money here. Let's talk a little bit about the traffic and commutes, because this section is going to make every Las Cruces resident smile. Traffic. Albuquerque has real traffic. They have a morning rush hour, they have an evening rush hour. God, I don't even want to know what the Friday afternoon looks like. Actually, I do know what it looks like. It's not pretty. But there's construction delays, interstate backups, the things you'd expect from larger cities, because that's exactly what it is. And this is something that I've experienced personally. A few years ago, I was making frequent trips to Albuquerque to visit my now husband, and I learned very quickly that timing mattered. If I hit the highway during a rush hour, especially in the morning or late in the afternoon, I know I was going to spend that extra time sitting in the traffic. And it wasn't cool either way, because I was always like so excited to get there to see him, and then just sad sitting in traffic coming back home. Now, it did get to the point where I would actually plan my trips around avoiding those peak traffic times. Now, if you're coming from Phoenix or Dallas or Denver or LA, honestly, any other major metro area, Albuquerque traffic may not seem that bad. You might actually laugh at it, because I've been in LA traffic and oh my God, people actually do that every day, right? But now, Albuquerque compared to Las Cruces, it is definitely noticeable. Las Cruces traffic? Well, our version of traffic usually means you hit every red light on Loman. It means a little bit of backup from one street to the next. Most places in town are about 10 to 20 minutes away, so it may take you 15, 25 minutes to get there. And it's one of those things that you won't fully appreciate until you've lived with it. Then suddenly you realize you've gotten an extra hour of your life back every day. Honestly, one thing that I really do appreciate about not having that traffic is that you can literally, like, let's say you're preparing dinner and you need something from the store, you can run up to the store, make it back, get what you need, 10, 15 minutes max, and you're done. You are not sitting in traffic and you're not having to go that far, because everything is so conveniently located. So that's just the little things that I love about Las Cruces, just because I like the convenience of living where I live. All right, let's talk crime and safety, because this is super important and it is a topic that comes up in almost every relocation conversation. Crime and safety. This is one of those subjects where I want to be honest and very realistic. Albuquerque has a reputation when it comes to crime, and because it's a much larger city, you'll generally see higher crime numbers overall. That's just a given. But here's something important to remember. Albuquerque is also a large city. Just like any major city, there are neighborhoods that are highly desirable and neighborhoods where you may want to do a little bit more research. The same is true in Las Cruces. There is no city that is perfect. Las Cruces is generally viewed as having lower crime rates than Albuquerque, and many people moving here appreciate the small town feel and the stronger sense of community. But I will tell people the same thing over and over and over. The trick isn't finding the perfect city. The trick is finding the right neighborhood. Some of the safest and most desirable communities in Albuquerque may feel completely different from other parts of the city. And the same goes for Las Cruces. I always encourage people to drive the neighborhoods at different types of the day, especially if you're looking to find a house in those neighborhoods and decide what feels right for them and their family. Because choosing the right neighborhood is often more important than choosing the right city. As far as Las Cruces goes, we have really high crime rates for such a small town. And I do find myself telling people over and over, the crime rates are usually very isolated to certain parts of the city. I mean, does stuff happen everywhere? Sure. We're human. But at the end of the day, you're going to find it more where there is more people on foot, on traffic, closer to downtown. I live in Sonoma Ranch. I've never had any issues. And I can say the same for a lot of my friends or neighbors or people that I know. We're not so close to downtown. You don't find a lot of people on foot around here. So the neighborhood that you pick matters. I can't reiterate that strongly enough. Right, weather. Let's talk about something you'll experience every single day, no matter where you live, and that's the weather. Albuquerque sits at a higher elevation. That means cooler temperatures, more seasonal changes, and that matters during the summer, when those 5-10 degrees make a huge difference in the summer. But that also means cold winters and occasionally more snow. I experienced winter when I was going out there. I personally don't like the cold. I love seeing snow in the peaks of the mountains. I don't care for it in the backyard. So Las Cruces being warmer, even during the winter, I'm incredibly grateful for it. We get an incredible amount of sunshine throughout the year. And I love all that sunshine, especially in the winter. We have very, very, very mild winters. Snow is rare, and it's not unusual to see people golfing, hiking, or sitting on a restaurant patio in January because it's really nice during the day while the sun is out. And for retirees, this becomes a major factor. Most of the people that I talk to, they decide that sometimes it's not even the fact that Las Cruces is so much cheaper. It's that they're looking for different type of winter. For retirees especially, this becomes a major factor. I've worked with people who moved here specifically because they were tired of scraping windshields, shoveling snow, and planning their lives around the winter weather. I'm shocked at how many people move because their winters are so rough, even if the cost of living is similar to Las Cruces. The winters matter, and they matter a lot because it's already cold and then you find yourself cooped up because you can't go out because of the weather. If you're looking for sunshine and mild winters, Las Cruces definitely has an advantage there. All right, things to do. Now, Albuquerque definitely wins when it comes to quantity. They have more shopping, they have more restaurants, more concerts, more entertainment, more nightlife. It's simply a larger city with so many more options. But here's where Las Cruces shines. The lifestyle here is outdoor focused. You have the Oregon Mountains, you have White Sands National Park, you have local wineries, those have my heart. You have the farmers market, you have festivals, there's so many community events. And because the city is smaller, it's easier to become a part of this community. One thing I personally love about Las Cruces is how much people support local businesses. People show up for events. They support local restaurants. They know the owners. There's a hometown feeling that's difficult to describe until you've experienced it for yourself. And if you're someone who values community and you value lifestyle over having every chain store nearby, Las Cruces has a lot to offer. Healthcare and retirement. Since many people watching my channel are retirees or planning for retirement, let's talk about the healthcare. This is one area where Albuquerque definitely has an advantage. It's larger. There are a lot more hospitals. We have 3. They have way more specialists and more healthcare systems. Las Cruces continues to grow in this area and handles most of the day-to-day healthcare needs very well. However, some residents occasionally travel to Albuquerque or El Paso for specialized treatments and special care. For most people, healthcare in Las Cruces works very well. But if access to a large medical network is one of your top priorities, Albuquerque deserves a serious consideration. But take a look at what we have here because you'd be surprised to find that we are growing and we may have the things that you need. All right, so who should move to Albuquerque? I would say Albuquerque is a great fit if you enjoy city living, if you want more shopping and more entertainment. You love having lots of restaurant choices. You need access to more specialized healthcare. or you want access to a larger job market. That is one thing that we don't have a lot of here. It's a big job market. So that is very understandable where you would find Albuquerque being top choice. But if those things are really important to you, Albuquerque may be exactly what you're looking for. Who should move to Las Cruces? Now, if you value sunshine, you want less traffic and less stress, you appreciate a strong sense of community, enjoy outdoor living, you want more house for your money, and if you want your commute measured in minutes instead of podcasts, Las Cruces may be exactly what you're looking for. The truth is, there really isn't a wrong answer. Both cities have a lot to offer. I almost moved to Albuquerque, and I was happy about it, honestly, but I'm happier than I didn't. And it simply comes down to the lifestyle you're looking for. Do you want more convenience and big city amenities, or do you want more breathing room, a slower pace of life, and a stronger sense of community? For many people I work with, Las Cruces ends up being the perfect fit because it gives them the quality of life they were hoping to find when they started looking at New Mexico in the first place. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, chances are you're pretty serious about learning more about Las Cruces and what life is really like here. I'd love for you to join my newsletter. Every week I share local events, businesses that I love supporting, places around town that I enjoy, community updates, and all the little things that make Las Cruces such a special place to call home. And really, my way of showing Las Cruces a lot of love while helping people get to know the community before they even move here. I'll put a link to that below as well. And as always, if you're thinking about moving to Las Cruces, whether that's next month, 6 months from now, or next year, reach out, call me, text me, email me anytime. I'd be honored to help you make your move a little easier. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Move in, breathe out, and be happy.